I was born in early June, a Gemini as the zodiac says. I have never believed in that stuff, not one bit. In fact, mostly everything about the description doesn't even fit me. I'm very organized, not too social, just about everything to do with it. It's not something that fits me well. Along with astrology, I have never believed in ghosts or supernatural events. I had never experienced it myself, and the people who always tell the stories seem to say the same thing. I think they are all just imagining things, that is, until I started experiencing things that couldn't be explained naturally. I began finding things in my home getting moved around. It was subtle, like my keys being on a different table. After some time, it was random, like keys being in the fridge or forks in the middle of the floor in circles, weird stuff like that. I immediately began chastising my roommate about it. Despite the fact that he's not a prankster, it was the only thing that made sense. But he seemed to deny everything I have accused him of. He even threatened to move out if I didn't stop getting onto him. So I let up. I just wish I knew what was happening. I started thinking back to when everything started happening. Then I remembered it was right about the time I began auto-writing. For those who don't know, it's a technique where you go into a meditative state of mind and begin writing without thinking about much the words you're putting. It's like you open up your mind and let your consciousness and semi-consciousness pour itself out on paper. I first started it because I was getting writer's block and really needed some ideas to get out, so I tried it. It worked, but almost too well. The creepy thing about it was the writing was nothing like my own. In fact, almost the complete opposite. It curved the other way as if I was left-handed. In fact, the moment I started writing, I seemed to almost black out and not remember the sequence of writing everything down. But the ideas were great, and it helped. Not long after that is when I began to find my keys, clothes, and other various items randomly scattered about in places I never left them. Cabinet doors would be opened when I didn't open them. I would even find drinks like beer being empty at times my roommate would swear he didn't drink it. Apparently, I invited in some kind of spirit with this auto-writing thing, but I didn't feel inclined to stop because it helped me get ideas out and continue writing unfazed. And then things get worse. My blackouts got longer, and even entire days went by where I didn't remember anything. Apparently, I still went about my daily routine and talked to people, but remember nothing of it. After these episodes, I inquired with everyone about what I did. People said I seemed to be an entirely different person, and my mannerism, my speech, everything about me changed completely. It was as if I was possessed. I even asked people to record videos of me, and it was the creepiest experience watching myself that way. Seemingly there, but not really me. It was like watching myself sleepwalking. I saw a psychologist, and he ruled out schizophrenia and multiple personality disorder, which completely floored me. These were the most logical reasons for my episode, but after scanning my brain, there was nothing physically wrong with my brain, and it would show if there was. All other people who truly suffered from these conditions had different brain activity, but I was completely normal. After this, I began to turn to other methods. A medium visited me and said that she did sense another presence, and it seems to follow me. He said possession was the most likely occurrence, but there were many minor details that didn't quite match up with other cases of possessions that she had seen. Oddly though, she said the word brother kept coming up and that I should investigate that further. Thinking as usual that physics were a crock, I dismissed the thought until the curiosity got better of me. I asked my mother if she ever had another son before me, and she immediately got the look of a deer in the headlights. I knew there was something to this. To my shock and surprise, she told me that when I was born, I was actually a set of twins, and that in her womb, I had somehow absorbed the other twin very late into the pregnancy. This was very disturbing to me as I imagined myself eating my sibling. But biologically, it wasn't quite like that. In fact, with twins, this was a common occurrence, and it made me wonder